Is he here, Vanessa? JT?
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. I didn't know if you were going to turn on your video or not. Oh, there it is. Look at that. I got to stop wearing these sunglasses because I can't see things at times.
Oh, look at that Star Wars picture.
What jersey you got on today?
Oh, we're going Detroit Lions today.
They ended the year on a good note.
I'll take it. I love my boys.
Are they still going to get the number one pick?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay. Not bad.
Jacksonville secured the number 1 back-to-back years.
Oh, of course they
They
did.
can have it. We're fighting over the same players anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for coming back on the show.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime, right? And we're gonna you got 2 big matches coming up this weekend. One with Revolver Wrestling or Pro Wrestling Revolver, I believe is the name, and then the other one, Chaotic Wrestling.
Correct.
Which now either I didn't know this last time, or this has happened since you had been on the show last. You're the boss at Chaotic Wrestling now.
I am. That's actually the most recent event. Yeah. So in losing the heavyweight championship to Davian, became the unit's mission to just kind of take over Chaotic Wrestling by any means necessary. And the former owner, Chase Del Monte, has been an advocate for keeping me out of Chaotic Wrestling probably since the beginning of my wrestling career. And then when he started being able to book the shows himself, he couldn't keep me out no more. The fans demanded me. And then it got to this point where we were at last show, and I kind of baited him because I know he's an egotistical person. So I baited him into putting the company on the line. And I don't think he ever thought he'd be in that situation. And then we found out I'm just a better wrestler than him.
There you go. So this is your first show as the boss.
As the owner. Correct.
Pandemonium. This, the 14th. Tomorrow.
Yep. Tomorrow.
I believe, if I have this correct, all the titles are on the line.
Yep, they are all on the line. I feel like if you're going to do it, you better do it big, right? If we're going to have a celebration, if we're going to welcome this new era of Chaotic Wrestling into the New England area, just go out with a bang. Heavyweight Championship on the line. New England Championship on the line. Panoptic Championship on the line. Tag team titles on the line.
On the line.
Ain't no point in having champions if they're not going to fight.
Exactly. You're going to be a fighting champion, that's for damn sure. So those tag team titles are on the line. Main event, MANE versus the unit.
Yeah, myself in this.
Yeah, that's right. You will be in this match.
It's actually my first time defending the tag titles as part of the unit. I've been fighting for the heavyweight championship for the last year. So it's very fun for me to be able to go and mix it back up. Tag team wrestling is kind of my specialty. So I'm very excited to go in there and do it. And alongside my boy, Danny Miles, who's kind of been a guy who's had my back in New England area for a long time. So it's always good to be able to give back some love and get a new team for me. I've never wrestled main event, so I like competition. I'm excited. I know them from the tri-state area, House of Glory shows specifically. So I'm familiar with them, but now I get to see how good they actually are. If all that Twitter buzz that they're getting is actually worth anything.
Well, Twitter. Sometimes it's good buzz, sometimes it's not buzz. Chaotic Wrestling, I always watch it on Twitch. That's where I see it.
Oh, sweet.
And I know Pandemonium tomorrow night at about 7:30 in Waterford. Am I correct? Watertown. Waterford is closer to where I am in New York. Watertown. Is there any place I will be able to watch it tomorrow night if I can't make it?
So not directly at the show. They will be doing the post edit for the Twitch stream.
Okay.
Probably do the full show again. We haven't really explored into streaming live. That's something that I'm trying to change now that I'm in control of everything. We were hoping to have it effective this show, but we weren't able to get that done. So hopefully going into February show, we'll be able to get something situated and stream live.
Nice.
We're looking at working a deal maybe with Fight TV, being able to stream live to them as well. So many things in the works. Trying to change it and do it big.
That's right. Hey, do it right. Like you said, go big or go home.
Exactly. I'm not wasting time.
I want to get to this Rich Swann saga, but before I do that, I can't help but notice the Death Star back there.
There it is.
Got to be a Star Wars fan, I would imagine, or just needed a poster.
I am.
Are you watching the Book of Boba Fett?
I am. Just actually halfway caught up. I was like halfway asleep watching it yesterday, so I'm going to rewatch the last 2 episodes. But I'm enjoying it. I love the story. I love the continuation of it. When I watched Boba climb out of the Sarlacc pit, I jumped out of my bed.
Finally,
I was very, very excited for it. It's just cool, man, because he's always been one of the more fascinating characters, I think, to all Star Wars fans. Yep. But for me, it's my favorite character. Just like, I don't know, I think he has like 11 minutes total screen time in all the movies combined, or something like that.
Wow, that's insane.
And the movies are 3 hours or 2.5 hours each. He's got 11 minutes combined, and it's the one thing I continuously remember with Star Wars.
Yeah, me too.
I think Jedi's, and then I think Boba Fett.
Yeah, I always remember him standing there at Jabba the Hutt's palace there. I can remember it as clear as day as a kid. It scared the shit out of me.
They always hit him dirty, man. Hit him in the jetpack, shooting his ass in the air.
But yeah, that was a perfect way to start it, because now we have that answer. How did he get out of the pit? I mean, if you really, you fall deep into
it makes sense too, because they said when they were going to put Luke and Han in there, that they were going to make it painful, and they were going to die a slow death and be eaten slowly over 1,000 years. Yeah. So him still being alive kind of makes sense. It hasn't been 1,000 years.
Right. Yeah, makes sense. Speaking of giving people a painful death, right? I'm good at those. Rich, you're taking on Rich Swann this weekend, wrestling Revolver on the 16th. That's a Sunday. Now, for the championship, for the Revolver championship. Now, you had said you can't wait to get your hands on Rich Swann because he took away this opportunity from you one time already?
Yeah, man. So it's really weird. And I feel like there's a lot of guys that I've wrestled over the years that I don't really elaborate on the stories. Like, we kind of just have the match. It's usually pretty good. And then I just let the result speak for itself. Swann and I have been fighting each other for the better part of like 8 or 9 years. Every time it feels like I'm on the brink of that next level of success, that next breakout match, I usually wrestle Swann right before it, and Swann beats me, and he gets that next level of success before me. I mean, we've battled in Canada, we've battled in Texas, Germany, California, Arizona, New England, like everywhere. We've even fought now in the Midwest. And the last show was supposed to be about me. I'm going to be very, very blunt. It was supposed to be about me. And for some reason, Swann was added to the match, really without me knowing. And now it's just being, again, be blunt, it's paying dividends of him being friends with Sami Callihan, who it's Sami's promotion.
Okay.
So them being buddies is literally the only reason why Swann was added to the match. It was just supposed to be myself, Trey Miguel, and Man Scout, and then of course Swann gets added, and it's my crowning moment, and I have to watch this guy bumblefuck his way up a ladder and end up on Botchamania, not even able to take the title down the road. So thank
you. Shout out to Botchamania. Well done, Matthew. So you're gonna get your hands on him, and hopefully, I mean, what can we expect? Got any words for him?
9 years of frustration, man. Like, I got to watch him have the matches that I believe should have been mine, the opportunities that should have been mine. And don't get me wrong, Swann's talented. He's great. He's very, very athletic. But this year is, I think it's the year where I just be honest with myself and with everybody else. There's only a handful of professional wrestlers, I think, in the United States that are actually better wrestlers than me. And Swann isn't on that list.
Are you concerned that maybe some of his friends, like a Sami Callihan, although I don't know if he's healthy yet, may get involved?
You know what? It's actually great that you brought that up. That's something I'm always concerned about now, either whether it's here at home or at a place like Revolver. And luckily, I've been able to stay working with Phil Stamper. He's kind of always had my back, and weirdly enough, I actually found some footage today. Just browsing YouTube. I had some time, and it goes back to like my Combat Zone wrestling days, which is 2014, 15, 16 time frame, where I'm just doing these backstage videos with Phil, and he's talking about how eventually I'm going to take over the world of wrestling, and it'd be great if he was doing it alongside of me. Fast forward 2019, we're in the Revelation faction with Killer Cross before he went on to WWE. And now here we are in 2021 into 2022, where Phil is my advocate. He's my right-hand man making things happen. So last show, we formed the Midwest division of the unit with Infrared, absolutely great tag team out of the Midwest, and with Larry D. So it's pretty safe to say I'm actually anticipating the typical Sami Callihan nonsense to happen. Like, I know Sami just as well as anybody else. I don't receive the benefits as people like Swann do, but I'm ready for it.
You're confident. You can hear it in your voice. I think I said that last time you were on.
I'm oozing the machismo these days, my man. I think one of the things I've allowed pro wrestling to do is humble me too much and allow me to not take glory or pride in the body of work that I've laid out. Hence the reason why I was watching some of my older stuff and came across the CZW stuff. There's things that I've done in wrestling that I genuinely forgot about. I don't allow those things to sit in the forefront of my brain because I don't want the ego to take over.
Right.
Now I just don't give a shit. Now I'm just like, all right, I've done all of this. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to gloat about it. I'm going to win all the championships. I'm going to beat the best wrestlers in the world because that's what I've been doing. Now I'm just going to promote it more. I'm going to talk about it more. You're going to see me everywhere.
Excellent. Everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all over the place. So Chaotic Wrestling tomorrow, Pandemonium, the unit tag title defense. Yeah.
Yep.
Then you have Wrestling Revolver on the 16th, taking on Rich Swann, which you can watch on fight.tv.
Yep, that'll be streaming live.
Yeah, the link's in the chat. As I try to drink my water with the cap on, but hey, that happens.
I wasn't going to say anything. I figured you'd figure it out.
I'll figure it out. Before I give you the mic and let you plug anything you want, let you give you some words, maybe to Rich Swann, whatever you want to do. Because I want to let you get out of here early so you can go watch Boba Fett. I have to know, which Lions player are you wearing?
This is actually custom.
Okay. Even better.
So it was actually gifted to me. It has Dunn on the back of the jersey. So now it would have been 4 years ago.
All right.
So the 5 on it was representing when I hit my 5th year of my sobriety. So it was gifted to me. And honestly, jerseys really aren't my thing.
Yeah.
Maybe when I was younger, I used to have like a bunch of them. Now I just have like a few Lions, like an Indomitian Sue, Calvin Johnson, autographed, all that stuff. Just the things that like when 15 years from now, right, I think will be cool and valuable. Especially now Calvin having done all the things that he did in the NFL and being in the Hall of Fame. But yeah, man, jerseys really aren't my thing. This is kind of the only one I rock because it just has a little bit more
sentimental value.
But yeah, man, if I could plug one thing after this weekend, I do have my return to Northeast Wrestling, which is a huge promotion out here on the East Coast.
I just saw that.
Yep. So at first I was scheduled just for one match, which would have been January 22nd. That I believe it is streaming. It should be High Spots. Follow me on Twitter. I'll end up posting the correct link if I am wrong here. But I am fighting Dan Moff for the Northeast Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. That's another guy where just as long as I've been fighting Rich Swann, I've been fighting the bigger version, just a bigger. I'm trying not to cuss as much. I'm trying to be better this year with the cussing, but God, he's just a piece of shit. I've been fighting Dan Moff for a very long time, and he's another one where I'm trying to break down a lot of barriers and a lot of doors and open opportunities for a lot of people, and Dan just won't give it up. He won't stop being in the way. So I'm hoping that when I wrestle him, and it's going to happen in the Mid-Hudson Civic Center, which to me is super cool. Macho Man Randy Savage debuted in that building, so I get to whoop Dan Moff in that building. Macho Man's my favorite wrestler of all time, so that's pretty cool to me. And actually, just announced yesterday, which will be the night before in Waterbury, Connecticut, the unit is kind of in a weird full form. Myself, Brad Hollister, and Ace Romero for the first time as a trio. We're going to be taking on Wrecking Ball Legursky, Dan Moff, and Eric Redbeard, formerly Eric Rowan in the WWE. So I'm pretty excited about that because that's like 3 big dudes I get to slap around.
Huge, man. Yeah. That was the one I saw on your Twitter. That one,
yep. So
3
yeah,
for
I actually found out the same way everybody else found out. It hit the internet, and I was like, "Okay, here we go, man."
Spectacular.
I guess this is the match.
Awesome, and I believe Northeast Wrestling has their stuff on High Spots.
Yep, everything is usually on there post show. Usually the Mid Hudson shows and the bigger events like that, they do stream live. Again, I could be just full of it right now, but I'm pretty sure that one's going to be streaming.
Nice. Awesome. Well, before I let you go, you got any final words for Gotta Get Swann?
Gotta get Swann. Swann, all I really need to reiterate to you is your ass better get on that flight and meet me in Iowa. There's no more ducking me. There's no more running. There's no more ladders. There's no more anything. If you think that you're a better wrestler than me, which nobody in their right mind actually believes, you only have 3 options to beat me on Sunday. That's pinning me, submitting me, or knocking me out. I don't think that you're going to knock me out. I don't think that you're going to pin me, and you're definitely not going to make me tap out. So I think, and I may be a little overconfident here, but I think we're looking at a new Revolver champion. It's going to be great. Revolver needs a face like this on all their flyers. If you notice too, man, how crap, all their flyers, I'm the smallest image on every single one. Why?
Not after this weekend.
Shows. I don't get it. Rich Swann, he's 4 times the size of me. In real life, he's not even 4 times the size of me. I'm twice the size of him. I don't get it, man. It's all this stuff with Sammy. He's got a warped brain when it comes to wrestling. And Sammy's lucky he got 1 leg, or I slap him around 2. I just feel bad doing so. He's got his motorized scooter. He drives around the building. I think it'd just be a little mean if I beat him up. That's not fair.
His old man
Twitter
scooter.
has something else to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. That's Once Upon a Time in Iowa this Saturday. Wrestling Revolver title match versus Rich Swann. Also Chaotic Wrestling tomorrow night. The unit teaming up in a tag title match. Also go to JT Dunn on Twitter at the JT Dunn, and you can get all the cool flyers for Northeast Wrestling, Over the Top, the 3-man, and then Dan Moff.
Yep.
JT,
you'll see everything,
yeah.
man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, for the Chaotic show tomorrow, man, I just want to shout out to my boy Trigger the OG. Those of you who don't know, please get familiar. It is the man who just pretty much laid the landscape here in New England for everybody to follow. He's the man responsible for the growth of Carmelo Hayes. Like he just put on, he's multi-time champion here in Chaotic Wrestling, and for the first time he's going to go one-on-one with Flip Gordon, who I personally brought back to Chaotic Wrestling. So I'm excited to see that happen. And then my other members of the unit, Mike Berna and Ace Romero, will be challenging for the heavyweight championship in the main event in the Pandemonium match, which is a gauntlet-style elimination match. So, I mean, I'm feeling like we're going to come out pretty heavy in the W column. And overall, it's just going to be a great show. Like the fans, I think, for some reason thought, oh, if JT wins, he's going to ruin Chaotic Wrestling. I've only tried to make it better since I've been there. It's Chase that had been trying to ruin it. So Chase not booked. That stupid guy, Love Doug, he ain't booked either because I think he's just the dumbest guy in wrestling right now. So he'll be watching from the fans section where he belongs. I'm probably going to refund him for the training he paid at the New England Pro Wrestling Academy because it clearly didn't pay out for him. So we'll have him sitting in the audience, probably with a yay boo sign. Show's going to be packed, sold out. Revolver, it's going to be awesome. And then, like you said, follow me on the Twitter, Instagram. I'll post all the graphics and everything for these upcoming shows. Brand new unit merchandise just dropped.
Yeah, I just saw that.
We got three new shirts available, face mask, everything like that you need to stay safe, comfortable. Hoodies, joggers dropped this week. Sweatpants dropped this week. ShopJTDunn.com. Everything you want is on there. And we still have the code going, even though I said I was going to cut it out. Use code New Year at your checkout. You get 22% off your entire purchase. I don't know. Maybe like in a week or so I'll cut it out, but
awesome.
Maybe not.
Spectacular. Hey, why not, right?
Hey, man.
You've been a pleasure to have on. Doors always open.
Likewise.
I expect big things from you guys this weekend, and I look forward to watching it, especially Wrestling Revolver on the 16th. JT, have yourself a wonderful night, and thank you for your time.
I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, peace.
Take it easy.
Awesome. Wow, I'm in such a habit of opening the fridge after. Awesome, great stuff. Good human. Great human.